Hello again and welcome to We Built It, or the continuation of the theme of equipment. This time I thought I'd talk a little bit about the workhorse on the block, the one vehicle that pulls the most, has to carry the most. It gets put all over the block, which is on very steep inclines. It's a very steep hill here. We originally had a little Toro Workman, and that was really very good. Rear wheel drive, put the foot on the accelerator, it started, and it had a good payload with an electric tilt tray on the back. But it couldn't quite cope with the steeper elements of the block, and I'll include some other bits of video in this, and you can see some of the off-roading elements of our block that I've been able to use this machine for. So what is it? It's a Can-am. It's a Can-am Defender. I think it's a 2019, I seem to remember. It's a 850cc in stock form. So this was I didn't buy any other options. What I did do was fabricate my own roof instead of buying the Can-am supplied one. I did the geometry, and I looked at what was required, and basically put an aluminium roof on top, which bolts onto the rear and bolts onto the front, and that provides, you know, your fundamental protection from the elements. The device itself, it's got a manual operated tilt rear to it, which is it's when it's completely full and the load's not really to the back of the tray, you can't lift it. It's the hydraulic gas strut in there, and it's not enough. Now I understand that there are options of being able to have a power tilt tray on it, which I haven't invested in, but I might investigate that to see whether that's something that we want. But the operation of it can be used on either side. It's very straightforward. You just literally lift the lever and tilt the tray. What I like about the Can-am, and why I went with this one, was that the rear tray is slightly wider, and therefore the 4-in-1 bucket on the tractor, which we'll do a review of in a later edition. The bucket is the same width as the rear of the tray, so I can come up squarely behind and I can dump straight into it without it leaking off the sides. The Toro wasn't as wide, and what would happen there is every single time you dump into the back of it, you'd get piles of soil or rubble, whatever you're doing, off either side. 4-wheel drive, lockable differentials on it, so even when I'm down into the block and it's very muddy, the tyres dig in really well, as you can see in some of the videos or some of the little clips that I'm going to include in this, that you'll see me, you know, running around in it, some of it seriously, some of it not so seriously. But what I've been really impressed with this machine is the convenient way that it works, and it's been very, very reliable. I'll change cameras and we'll do a little walk around of the machine itself. Okay, so let's have a little brief walk around the Defender. So as I said before, it's a HD8, so it's an 800cc twin cylinder engine. The mods that you can add to it, which I haven't done, is that you can have it accept a winch. I did say earlier that I hadn't actually modified it. That's actually not true when I think about it. What I did have on there is that it's underneath I've put the bash plates on. So there's a polycarbonate bash plate set of panels that you can get, which just makes the under tray flat. I don't think it's actually something I can get down and actually show you easily. Let's have a look. Just keeps the brush and the rubbish out of there. As I said before, it's a 2019, and it's really been the workhorse of all the work we've done on the house and the block so far. All the soil I've had to move, and there's been many tons of soil. Basically, this thing has done it all, and I've probably exceeded the recommended load rate of the vehicle multiple times. The bit I was saying earlier is about the width of the rear tray. The width of the rear tray is just broader than my bucket on the front of the tractor, and that allows me to put 2 dump loads in there before I have to take it away, and nothing slops to the sides, which has been really good. It does get a big workout, this. You can see that there are signs of usage here, which, you know, there's dents and dings, but it's been pretty good. The piece I did say that I built myself was I put my own fabricated roof on the top. which has been really good. Actually, it worked remarkably well, and it just makes all the difference when it comes to that little bit of protection. There's not a lot. I'm not going to go into the specs of the vehicle or any of that. There's many YouTube clips on the vehicle itself. I think from a practicality point of view, though, I just wanted you to have an opportunity to see it, and the fact that it does such a good job, and it's been tremendous. The hitch on the back, it's got a standard 2-inch ball on the back, and I can put the trailer onto that, and it will pull the trailer around the block, which has been an added bonus. The fuel lasts really well. You can top that tank up, and it runs for ages. I don't have to worry about filling it up. One of the things I did like, actually, was the glove box. It actually doubles up as a removable toolbox, and I thought this was actually a really good thing, because I can put stuff in there, and then you can lock it in place, and now it's in there, it's fitted, it stays put, and that's been really very good. The machine itself is very easy to use, and it pretty much goes anywhere I ask of it. And if I get stuck, I can put the lockers on, put it in four-wheel drive, and carry on doing what I want to do. So I really rate this vehicle very much. I've been very pleased with it, and I certainly recommend it to anyone considering a workhorse that they want to use on or around their holding, and they need something that will just keep doing what they need to do and perform to the level that it performs. It's done a really good job. Okay, that was a little overview of the Can-am Defender HD8, and I'll continue the series, probably looking at the tractor next time round. Thanks for watching. Cheers.